It's official, Joel Embiid is the new most hated player in the NBA. Between the flopping, foul baiting, and dirty play after dirty play, Joel Embiid's likability is at an all-time low. What adds fuel to the fire is that he's one of the best players in the NBA, and people can't stand it. It's gotten so bad that even at a Sixers home game, the stadium is filled with FMB chants by rival fans. The Embiid drama is one of the wildest superstar treatments and attitudes we've ever seen in sports. But how did we get here after he won the MVP? In 2023, Embiid was relentlessly slandered for it. Pundits across NBA media and fans argued that Embiid's win over Jokic was a complete robbery. Now, he's the only MVP to never even make it out of round 2, despite his legendary regular season play. Joker was the best player on the 1 seed in the West, while Embiid was the best player on the 3rd seed in the East. Not only that, but the advanced stat, but this came after years of Embiid and Sixers fans calling robbery every time he didn't win the trophy. After basically begging for MVP for over 3 years, Embiid finally got what he wanted, but the trophy he won didn't earn him any respect from the rest of the world. It just fueled more hate. People even accused the league of rigging the vote in Embiid's favor because of racial bias. But this season, it looked like he may have had a real chance to change everyone's minds. Like in years past, Embiid started the 2024 regular season looking like an all-time great. He averaged over 30 points a game, 10-plus boards, and around 6 assists. He also put up 70 in a record-breaking game against the Spurs. It looked like he was once again going to be an MVP frontrunner, and this time his win would be nearly undeniable. But then, almost like clockwork, Joel suffered a nasty injury in January 2024 during a game against Golden State. Embiid completely tore his meniscus. He had surgery and was out for 8 weeks, but he returned at the end of the regular season. People thought the Embiid-led Sixers might be ready to make a serious playoff run.
When Joel Embiid came back for the very end of the regular season, I thought to myself, what a warrior. He could so easily have not tried to make it back here. He's got the knee.
But once the playoffs started, Embiid flipped everyone's opinions with his usual antics. During the regular season, Embiid is known as a hothead and a serial flopper. But during the playoffs, with everybody watching, that just gets amplified. During the Sixers playoff series against the Knicks, Embiid quickly gained the reputation of being the dirtiest player in the NBA, especially among Knicks fans.
The Sixers got a game, got a game, got a game, okay, great. You got a game. Joel Embiid's the dirtiest player in the NBA, not named Draymond Green.
The NBA has its share of villains. Trae Young, who's a notorious foul baiter, Draymond Green, who's had way too many flagrants to count, and Dillon Brooks, who can't keep his mouth shut. But somehow, Embiid has managed to outdo all 3 in one playoff series.
But you tell me, what part of Embiid's game last night, from that standpoint, wasn't everything that Draymond Green does? It was dirty, it was repetitive, it was intentional, and it was uncalled for.
Once the series started, the Knicks and the Sixers couldn't even get halfway through Game 1 before the entire arena was chanting FMB because fans were frustrated by his play. But Game 1 was just the start. Throughout the series, Embiid caused several controversies with his blatantly dirty play during Game 3 of the series. While the Sixers were down 0-2, Embiid lost his temper only minutes into the game. He got knocked to the ground by OG Anunoby, and once he realized he wasn't getting the call, he was pissed. OG passed the ball to Mitchell Robinson, and well, he became Embiid's new target. While Robinson was going for a layup, Embiid pulled his legs down and then pushed him away once he was on the ground. Robinson re-injured his surgically repaired ankle because of what Embiid did. Robinson's teammates, along with Knicks fans, were livid. The entire Knicks team was ready to throw hands with Embiid, but the refs broke it up before it got too serious. But that's only one of many times in the series when Joel angered millions of fans in New York. Only one game later, he stepped straight onto Josh Hart's knee at the end of a play. During that same game, he elbowed Jalen Brunson straight in the face. After all that, he was getting booed out of the arena at a home game.
Disappointing. I love our fans. Think it's unfortunate, and I'm not calling them out, but it is disappointing. Obviously, you got a lot of Knicks fans, and they're down the road and never seen it. And I've been here for 10 years. Kind of pisses me off.
Of course, being booed at home is nothing new for a Philadelphia sports athlete, especially for Embiid, who is a notorious playoff choker, which is just more fuel for the hate fire. Embiid has been in the league since 2014, but he didn't play his first game until 2016 due to injury. He has been to the playoffs 7 times since, but somehow has never taken the Sixers to a conference finals. The closest the Sixers have ever gotten during the process was in the 2019 playoffs, and we all know how that
For the win!
Back then, people spread the blame around the team, but Joel has never consistently performed at an elite level in the postseason when it matters the most. In his playoff career, Embiid has failed to make a shot in the fourth quarter 21.2% of the time, meaning that in his 59 total playoff games, Embiid couldn't make a single bucket during the fourth in 12 of them.